Check it out, guys. So this is the packaging. This here's our box. Pretty cool. It has a really friendly appearance. So it says twice the shelf life, which is definitely a pretty bold statement. Now it says makes your food last longer, your fridge purifier, and as we kind of already mentioned, removes bacteria and reduces odor. On the back side here, it kind of talks about a little bit more terms of details in terms of the app control. So it does have its own hub, which we'll be trying out. And then on top side here, it just talks about in terms of different fruits and vegetables in this case here. So strawberries can 7 days additional, so that's actually good because my strawberries do go bad quite quickly, as well as some of these other ones that they kind of showcase here as well. So let's open it up. So in terms of the contents goes, you get, of course, your Shelfie, which is this guy right over here. Has a good amount of weight to it. Definitely feels like I'm holding like a clock or something of its size. Definitely seems like there's a lot more than just a filter in there. Now on the back side here, you can see that it does have almost like a vent, and then inside there you can actually see this almost like mesh like finish, and that's as if you can tell that, you know, there's a lot more going on inside. You can't really open it, I think. Wait, oh, you can. Check that out. Nice. All right, so this actually gives you a better appearance of what exactly is happening. So one thing to know, it's got this very, very unique looking filter, or like almost like an organic, like something out of like science fiction. It's interesting design. It looks almost like a sponge, and then it has a very like alien futuristic feel to it. I've never seen anything like that in terms of a filter goes, so that is definitely something that we don't know much about, but I can tell you for a fact that is probably some of the science, and the other science is on this side right over here. So as we kind of look at it on this side here, you do see a variety of different LEDs going throughout. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 LEDs. And that works with the activation of this via light. Now over here, you do have this fan, which essentially is what it's doing is pushing air through, and then it filters it, and then it pushes it back out. Now, aside that, I believe it does have a charger port, which is here on the side, so it does have its own built-in battery. So it has a USB-C cable port, so I'm not actually sure how long it lasts, but it's just something to note. So they make other products as well, so if I click see our other products, it'll kind of give you a breakdown, but they have a variety of different kind of like filters that they sell, or in this case here, you have one for plants and things like that. And a lot has to do with this particular filter, which is our photocatalytic technology is what they call it. All right, so let's click start now. And I'm looking for adding on a new device, allow for my Bluetooth connectivity. And we're gonna click on Shelfie here, and then it says to turn it on, press the button a few seconds and it'll turn white. I hear a fan booting up. And it's got an LED in there, of course, as already previously mentioned, so that's kind of cool. It has like almost like a glowy effect. Found the device there, connecting to our device. Initializing. So far, there we go. And now it has its own firmware update. What? Okay, so I guess it actually has you could update it. So it is in fact a smart product and not just your ordinary filter, as you can send it updates. So I would have not imagined that. So yes, so it works via Bluetooth and it's currently updating it as we speak, and it'll go ahead and reboot, and then we can go and technically try it out. But yes, so far off the back, definitely a very smart device. Now, when I originally was reached out by them, I just imagined it being just a simple filter that you throw in your fridge. However, this definitely seems like it's going to be a lot more. And at this moment, I am quite impressed. I think it's actually a really cool concept. And like, of course, it's really pleasant on the eyes. Putting this in your fridge, it feels like it would kind of blend in the background rather than stand out. I mean, you don't really want it to stand out. You don't want somebody to open your fridge and be like, oh, you have a Shelfie. No, you just something that should naturally flow and blend into the background. And again, this technically would make your fridge a smart fridge. So that's actually a really kicker I would suggest, is that you could technically put this in any fridge and now you have yourself a smart fridge, because now you have an app connectivity where you know what's happening inside your fridge in terms of bacterial growth, which is kind of cool. All right. Name your device. Okay, Waste Warrior. All right, so we're gonna look at our fridge, and then we're gonna place this at my house. And of course, it's just calibrating at this moment, so we're not really in the fridge, so I don't think this is gonna make sense. But kind of gives you an idea what that is. Let's go ahead and set this thing up next in the fridge and see what it looks like once it's working. All right, so we're all set and ready to go. Got our Shelfie here, all powered on. Got the blinking light, and I have it paired to my phone. So it's actually kind of simple. All you gotta do is just find a nice spot. They recommend more or less the middle of the fridge. I'm gonna go ahead and put it up here. Now that it's placed, we can go and open up our app and get a better idea of what's happening. All right, so this here is our main hub. So right now it does state that our fridge is currently good. So if I click this here, it'll show you the different characteristics of what is a good fridge and what's a bad fridge. Now, when we're looking at this here, it shows on the bottom the temperature inside. So right now it's 42.5, and we opened it for a total of 3 minutes and 34 seconds. And you can also go ahead and click on more info. So this says here, it shows a little graph in terms of the history, in terms of how often you've had it open for today. And you can also even go even further back and kind of get a better idea. Now, we can also see filter washing, which says in 27 days. So let's just go ahead and open it up, wash out that filter. And then we have cleaning the fridge. So you always want to go ahead and clean out the fridge in about 117 days. And yeah, overall pretty cool. Now if I go ahead and click on mode, you have different modes. Right now we're currently in eco mode. This is great for optimizing our battery as well as preserving the food as long as we can. So we have a variety of different foods here. Now we have crisper, which is more or less trying to find Shelfies in the crisper, which is going to be the bottom parts over here, more or less where the vegetables are. And then you have performance mode, especially if you want to go ahead and get the maximum power to go ahead and best protect your food, which then technically does drain the battery. So it's really up to you in terms of what you're looking for. Now, if I go and graph here, I can see this by day. So right now, this shows today's charts here in terms of the temperature and then how long we've opened it for, and in terms of filter washing and things like that. And then if you go back here, you can actually even see the week, and we can compare ourselves beyond from month to month and week to week. So we have a better idea where exactly our fridge stands. And it'll actually go ahead and teach you more or less what you can do to go ahead and enhance your fridge overall. Me opening it right now like this is probably not the best idea, so let's just go ahead and continue on. Now this here is more or less how to become a storage expert. So if you see here, it'll tell you exactly where you should go ahead and put your meats, your fruits, and your different vegetables. And if you click on a specific thing here, it'll give you more details about that storage item. So if you want to go ahead and place it in a specific area or a specific temperature. So not only does it help essentially monitor your food, it will actually teach you how to go ahead and make it even better. Last but not least, on our settings here, so this here is going to be our general settings. So when we do first connect to it, we connect it to the Wi-Fi, we name it, and then we go ahead and label it, and it'll know exactly where it's at in real time. Yeah, all in all, that is it more or less in a nutshell. You can have more than one Shelfie, as you can see here. And it's kind of cool because one, it's a smart device, and I can go ahead and monitor my fridge when I'm out and about. And the fact that it's actually nice and lightweight is really neat. I can actually hear the fan kick on, and it is really, really quiet. So yeah, so really up to you in terms of what you want to do with it, but that is exactly the intended use. Just place it in there, kind of blends in very well, and we'll go ahead and help replenish some of your fruits as well as your foods, just like that. Now with that said, if you guys have any questions about Shelfie, feel free to comment down below. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next video. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.